Hey everyone, Drew Creekmer here, Wealth Advisor with Creekmer Wealth. Hope you all are doing well. In this 5-minute finances, I'm going to talk about a topic that is not particularly sexy or exciting, but it is absolutely crucial that you have a firm grasp of in order to ensure that you are able to avoid the bends in the road or the potholes of your financial life on your pursuit of achieving your goals. And that topic is an emergency savings account. And I'm sure if you're listening to this, you probably have heard from either Dave Ramsey or from other financial pundits about this topic. But let's just break it down and bring it to more modern times and the impact that an emergency savings account can have on your finances. Dave Ramsey would say that you need to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses in cash at all times. And that's a great starting point when considering how much money should I have set aside. The reason that's such great advice is because if an unexpected bill or something happens in life that you're just really not sure of or you didn't see coming, you need to have money set aside to take care of it, whether that's your car breaking down or your water heater going splat or needing some medical care. Having funds set aside will allow you to avoid using a credit card or going into other forms of debt to cover those necessary living expenses that you just didn't see coming. And since you have funds set aside and available to you, you're able to still continue working towards your financial goals, and those unforeseen circumstances won't derail you from achieving those goals in the time frame that you had expected. Now, obviously, some people will say, well, man, 3 to 6 months of cash, that is a lot of money to have sitting in a savings account earning 0.001%. And you're absolutely right. In today's low interest rate environment, having that much cash on the sidelines is not getting your money working for you as efficiently as possible. And so I would have a couple of recommendations or thoughts that I want to plant in your mind. First of all, make sure you're using a high yield or high interest savings account. Ally Financial, Discover Bank, they all offer these FDIC or SIPC insured savings accounts. And while they aren't paying over 1% of interest, a 0.5% of interest is still a lot better than what you'd be earning at your local credit union or with Bank of America or JP Morgan. So I would encourage you to take a look at Ally or Discover another high interest savings account. And typically when my clients ask me how much money should I set aside in that high interest account, I usually like to say you need to always have at least 1 month of expenses in your checking account at all times. And then you need to have somewhere in the range of 3 to 6 months of expenses in that high yield or high interest savings account. Now, everyone's different. Myself, I'm young, I'm employed, I'm able to keep less money in cash. I have about 3 months of expenses in my savings account because I know that I have a check coming in and I don't have any unforeseen circumstances or large expenses down the road that should derail me excessively. That allows me then to take the rest of my money and invest in a more conservative bond fund or a more conservative 60-40 target date fund that has a higher potential to earn greater returns in the market than what it does in my savings account. So at a high level, an emergency savings account is a bucket of money that you have set aside to cover expenses whenever life happens so that you aren't excessively derailed from achieving your long-term financial goals. And while that may seem really difficult right now, having a plan will allow you to ultimately pay off your debt, budget and set aside money so that you can build up that savings account and have that cornerstone of your financial plan available to help you achieve your goals in the long run. You can do it. It is achievable. It just takes a little bit of planning. If you guys need any help on anything or have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and shoot us an email or send us a comment, and we would love to connect with you and help you work through how you can best establish an emergency savings account for your long-term financial interest. Once again, thank you for your time.